and you die. Whew. Bring the razor full to her. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods.
Da, 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 da. We don't need to go do any of this. Okay. Oh, okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
No. I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
What if we don't take the dagger in?
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, I was thinking, no knife. No knife. Where's it going to take us if we don't take the knife in?
The interior of the cabin is...
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
No, he hasn't even made a comment about it.
Hello? Is someone there?
She seems more fearful, I believe, than she was originally.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
And obviously, if you're seeing it right here, the skip option is grayed out, so this is all new dialogue.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you? Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Just of course we don't have a dagger, so she doesn't immediately feel like we're going to kill her. Hold on, let's just talk a bit first.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
The funny thing is, if the icon on Steam for this is her like this, and it just has a speech bubble saying, please don't.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Yeah, what's your name?
Oh.
Will she tell us her name this time?
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before...
Like, slay her, clearly.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
She's also being a lot nicer to us when we don't have a knife.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Oh yeah, we had the forget thing happen, so we're back at chapter 1 again. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, she forgot her name.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
When did you go poop?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. that's hardly relevant.
I mean, it is. It is relevant. Like, who's keeping her alive down here?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
This is the real question. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
This voice actress is really good with the different types of the tones she's going with. Love it. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Sorry, but I can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk taking your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. To do without saying a word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Can't get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Examine the chains. Ooh. So we could keep her locked away. We could go back and get the knife, which we're going to not do the knife this time round. So if we just leave her and... yeah, let's just trust her. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
But she's smiling. She's happy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Exactly. How bad could it possibly be?
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
It's possible, but the narrator is a voice in our head, so that would mean that we're the villain too. I check if there are any of the keys still lying around somewhere there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Yeah.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Just like Saw.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Exactly. That's the best kind of evil, right? It's not me, it's the voices in my head.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh dear. Hey, let me out of here!
Shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
She does. She has to be a bit cuckoo.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
But the voices in my head told me not to do it.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
The look in her eyes are so crazed. Well, it's the perfect time for an ad, isn't it? It did indeed escalate. That is a very determined girl indeed. Damn. She's a keeper, that's for damn sure. Ba-da-bee, da-da-ba-da-bap. Ba-da-ba-da-bap, ba-da-bee, ba-da-ba-da-bap. they still like to, you know, suddenly shock you. So yeah, that's where the chonky bit is too, on the meat.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
That's probably a better screen to have on at the moment than what I did. Our friend Kevin the Knife has arrived. I don't know if I want to name it Kevin. Karen would definitely not be a good name for the knife. The knife is our friend. I mean, it could be Kay, but that might be weird, since we know a Kay. Okay, ads are over now. Hooray!
You won't like what happens.
Yes, it's the stabby. Save the princess, slay the princess. No, we're going to do exactly what Gulliver said. We're going to save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Lovely!
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
In spite of the blood, kinda cute.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
Because she doesn't feel pain.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
It's time for the look. Hello.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Warn her. I mean, I warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Narrator-chan, please.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist. I just about saw that.
The blade. Move the blade.
No. No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
But this time she's not killing us out of glee. She's kind of sad to do so.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I think we'll be fine.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again,
We do.
again, and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
That's a lot of stabbing.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out. last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Yeah, but she's actually kind of crying over it. She's not happy.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
It's free real estate. The Damsel, Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
It certainly will be. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best... Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
It's the voice of the Smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Smitten, this I guess technically is the first time you're meant to really see the Smitten, because every time we have our memories reset, we can have any of them arrive depending on our actions that we do.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wait, the four of us?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
Oh yeah, you include her, I guess.
The sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I mean, he did.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Alright, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
She will lie and cheat.
Told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Yes.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
At least he's honest, and this might open up some flirtatious options. You never know.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah! This time round, we went all into charisma.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin. Is this the damsel?
The cabin is clean and elegant.
I'm going to ignore the mirror.
Stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Like, the outside of the cabin is clearly made out of wood, and now it's all stone.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Are we just going to continue without the blade and just enter the basement? Like, I feel like that's the route we take this time. Just no blade, always enter the basement. If it comes with us, it comes with us. Mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I too can hear wedding bells already.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
For love!
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
It's very foul.
You know she can't hear you, right?
We could always say it, though.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
We've seen what we look like, and we are certainly not dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
I feel like she remembers the loop as well that we're currently in, but then she also forget like it's a new reality with a new princess. That's another thing too. Why is there a window in the basement? And when we were the Razor, for some reason there was a skylight.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
It's true. The Smitten speaks true.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
What's also interesting is the narrator doesn't remember the previous timelines, but the others do.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe.
But look, she's so
We've
sweet.
been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
The Smitten speaks true.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
We're rescuing her this time.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Damn it, narrator. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
It's the whole sort of thing of like, you know, like when you open a book or whatever it is, like that's the world, and then the world ends as soon as you close it. Same with like the video games. I think that was actually used once for video games. But like, hey, if you basically don't load it up and complete the game, is that world ever truly saved? Probably not. I did bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Hey, at least she's up for it.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
That's right.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
You can try.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
It is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Is indeed.
You're right, it's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Hmm. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world? I'm sorry about what happened last time. We only have the option to rescue the princess. They sent me here to kill you, took out my body. It was extremely unfair.
A version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She's so supportive.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
But it would have been interesting if we came in here with the knife with the intention of just stabbing her. Wonder how different this would be.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. No feelings one way or the other. Well, such people are a plague. I hope you brought a slow paper rude to them all. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
There you go. She didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Hooray.
I'm not so sure.
Also, her boobs are slightly bigger. Just to point that out.
No.
As the damsel.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah, she didn't end the world. Hooray!
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Damn, voice of the Smitten really is Smitten.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
We really could just slip the bindings off her hand this time.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Wow.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I love that you're not trying to kill me this time. Woohoo! Thanks.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Man, if only, right?
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yep. We have the power of love on our side. There's no way we could lose.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
But we haven't had anything that's true about her actually wanting to end the world. Everything that she's done is due to her own actions.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Kiss?
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Yes!
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I
I do not want to end the world.
If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Oh god, we're holding hands.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
What is this music? I am starting to see the problem. What problem?
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting it to. So like, I'm not going to touch that dialogue option.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We are supposed to leave now. This is mean. Come on. Unfair.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
And?
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Oh, her eyes are definitely awurified because she's the damsel, so her eyes are much bigger.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional...
You know, it's that sort of puppy dog eyes. Stop playing.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Hero's just accepted his lot in life. Do you think you can open it? Yeah, she became more waifued.
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Oh my god, Ray was right.
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
Anything we else are like, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Nobody is leaving this basement.
Narrator, please. We're leaving this goddamn basement. Yeah, I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
I believe in you.
The princess tries the handle. And... lock clicks. And the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
It was that easy.
I told you she could do it.
I knew she could.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and... The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Oh, I was just going to say the blade is right there. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yep. Yeah, we left the blade outside the...
Aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
I just got the achievement, your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She can't leave the cabin.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
And the hands. If we try to leave the cabin, we get this. She tries to leave it, she gets this. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me, you've been here before and you always get scared. Yep.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Because even though they remember, they don't remember after this.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's not the end for you, but it's the end for you, but not for me. It's on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. What do we look like at the moment? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Oh, we have withered. Yeah, we got our big wings there. We're not like massively bloated. We can see a bit more of how we're looking. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay. It can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction? Exactly, considering what we just added into the mix before that, like the Fury and the bladed one? What, the Fury and, yeah, Fury and Blade. Oh boy, Razor.
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore
Yeah, Razor.
the brilliant contours of your soul.
I keep thinking Fury and Razor are very similar because they're both sort of angy. How many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. An opinion one way or another on the matter. Yes, you torture me and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, I'll get that one.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
We're having our love story out of this, goddammit. I still plan to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
What did you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Definitely do not.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
She did blush, but it didn't really go far.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Hmm. I still don't know what would happen if I did attack the entity or destroy my body. And I also don't want to choose those options just in case. I mean, once again, I could always quick save and choose one of them. But it's like, We'll see. We'll see. The options of attack the entity or destroy my own body. It probably just starts the loop anyway.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Like, I love how soft she is because, like, you can see the indents there. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow, which, I mean, I think we've already...
Tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
So we're going to go try the Spectre this time?
We will know when we near our destination.
Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destroy my body. You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
So yeah, we can't do those options.
When it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you